Hello, hello. Welcome to WIP IT Sundays. With me tonight's Mr. Justin Cannon and Commodon.
Morning.
Evening.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, hanging in there.
You sound better than Thursday.
Yeah, it comes and goes. It's been really dry here lately, which doesn't help.
I'm not going to do it on that one. That would have been wrong. Hey.
I offered to do a thing for a guy, and he told me no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I keep telling you guys that I'm trash. I just don't believe me.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you either.
See? I don't believe me. I don't know why.
Because you lie.
I try not to. Inch pusher bit universal. So, steady scriber. I took it to work and I scratched on a couple of toys that have been in my fodder bin forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're going to be surprised to hear this, but it cut a groove in a line right there where I wanted it to cut one.
All right. I've heard a Gundam model builder, that follow on Instagram.
Right.
He uses a scriber tool. He's got a lot of stencils and stuff where you can scribe around them, making certain shapes.
Is it
I keep thinking I need to get one of those things. Do what?
Is it the Ray Studios guy?
I don't know. Dude, I can't remember when people tell me their name in real life, not to mention their screen names.
Yeah. I'll follow him.
Y'all some of my best friends right now. It still took me like a month to learn y'all's name. My brain don't retain names. Get that the best analogy ever is like when it's like that printer printing the name, or list of names out, and it goes straight in the shredder. It's like when somebody tells me their name for the first time. That's a perfect description of what happens to me. I am a master at pretending like I know your name.
If I introduce you to somebody and I use your name, it is your job to get their name out of them. Do your job.
Yeah. At work, I have these big functions, and people come up and they know me, and like, yeah, that's good to see you. Well, I recognize their faces, but just I have no recollection of what their names are.
I heard a rumor that I made a guy cry over some stuff I made for him.
That good, huh?
Further proof.
That you're awesome.
He says it was. He says I laughed, I cried, I laughed some more.
Sector's in the house. Hey, Sector.
I love this. It says blade is sharp, so be careful when using it. Children should be used with parental supervision.
Children,
I couldn't agree more.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Children should absolutely be used with parental supervision.
that's why you should never trust Google Translate for your packaging design.
Yeesh. Yes, Sector said that he liked his trench coat, so that's good. It's a relief.
It looks great, man.
I was like 10% worried I was going to have to redo it.
That's like barely worried at all.
No, not very. It looked pretty. I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah, 10%'s like barely worried at all.
When I first started doing this, I stayed in like the 80 percentile. They never came back. They probably took one look at that. I was like, oh,
Cat
something
came
else.
back the very next day.
What do you got over there? Is that a wasp? Oh, she got a wasp.
The live wasp?
She hit it. And it's not doing good.
Cats do like to torture their prey.
He's all fucked up.
I don't know. My cat one time, she crippled a bird, then just sat on it.
That's terrible.
Why?
Just because she could. It was never going to recover. She injured it so bad. My 80-pound Walker Beagle mix shooed the cat off of it and put the bird off its misery, just real gently, and just went snap. It's like, quit torturing it.
Yeah.
She's the gentle giant. That's interesting. Very dope coat. Fits fantastic. AK's in the house.
All right, he did.
I'll be right back in a second.
No coffee for me, thanks. Thank you.
I am going through and for those watching, doing pre-painting all like the joint areas before I actually spray the parts. That makes sense. A little better. You know those parts are covered. I want to do that first before I do the spray. That way, everything, I know all the seams have good coverage, and I'm actually going to go with a little more vibrant blue than what I've been using on doing this. I'm going with a much more brilliant blue. So I'm using the dark blue, so it'll work like a natural shading in the areas that don't get hit with the brighter blue. This will get a wash afterwards too, though. This is a Mr. Hobby Gundam Color Spray SG02. It's a blue lacquer spray, and they get the same paint in a bottle too. That way I can touch up if I need to. Let's see.
I don't need the both of y'all in here.
We got looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead
Well,
and hit.
I had to work the last 3 days. I don't really have a whole lot since Thursday. Pretty much been down there futzing around with work.
It don't sound fun.
Coworker hit a deer on our way home yesterday.
Yeah. How about tear her car up?
Yeah, it did. Totaled it out. Some car she's had for a long, long time.
Sucks about it. So where it's old, she won't get a lot for it.
She just wants them to total it out so she can get another one.
Well, I was just saying, it's like where it's old, they're liable not to give her a whole lot for it.
She said she hadn't had to pay a car note in over 5 years.
All right. Let's heat these parts up. I'm gonna put the legs on before I do the next coat. I got the shoes here too. Heat all this stuff up and get the body back together. Then I'm do another coat of the wash to make sure everything's evenly done. I want it all together to do that. Oh. SDA's in the house. It says family! Exclamation point.
Family, 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 family.
We can absolutely do an exclamation point, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Got thought I was gonna report her for insider threat. Yeah, she just incurred some debt. We just took that training like last weekend.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is like anytime that anybody incurs any debt or they talk about buying a house or buying a car or whatever, you're supposed to report them.
Securing the human. That's what they call it here. As one of your coworkers started acting differently, or they started dressing differently, and they acting strangely.
Started wearing
Insider
real
threat.
boas and big white hats and glasses. I done growed concern. Oh, I was gonna call my boss on the way home. I forgot. I gotta tell her some stuff before she gets to work on Monday. We get blindsided.
All right, I'm back.
Nobody likes to be blindsided,
Huh?
except for Cannon. He likes it,
What do I like?
being blindsided. You know, I thought we had to wax our thread when you sew something to make the thread stronger. And I had thought that for the entirety of my life, you know, because my mom was a sew person. She sewed.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the case. It's so that the thread doesn't slide through the fabric. So I would wax the thread and then try to ladder stitch something. And I was like, man, why ain't this working? There we go. Good job, guys. Proud of every one of you.
They did something in the new update. Gosh darn it. They did something in the new update for Blender, and now instead of, like, in this mode, I used to be able to just select everything all the way through. And now it appears that I can't do that anymore.
How big of a problem is that?
It's annoying. It's not. Just make things take longer. There's probably some setting that got changed and I don't know about it.
Well, I was talking to we had a computer problem today. Our computers kept losing connectivity with the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to the IT guy. And I told him, I was like, well, one of the computers is Windows 11 and the other one is Windows 10. And I said, and it's affecting both of them. So he's like, oh, actually, that's very helpful. He said, but we'll get that Windows 10 upgraded. And I was like, oh, that's wonderful news.
Not what you want to hear.
Yeah, I used to, man. 15, 20 years ago, I didn't care what it was. I early adopted Windows Vista.
You poor fool.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was bad. I was on board.
Darth Gutierrez, Stephen Nealon, party on, Darth.
Party on, Darth.
Sector says the Ecto is 5K funded out 12 in just 48 hours. Ghostbusters fans will spend money. They have never had any of their HasLabs fail.
Yeah, well, it's the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also the stuff that they've put out
It's
for
cool.
their HasLabs has always been like cool stuff that even I was tempted in. I'm not a fan of any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tempted to buy Ecto one, except that it's so damn expensive.
I mean, that junk's cool.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like a Rancor, and they can't even be bothered to give you the dancer girl.
The Ecto, I like the fact you can actually, there's two tier, basically two versions you can get. You can get the base model, or you can get the deluxe, where you can actually change it into both modes, and you get all the Ghostbusters in their Ghostbusters 2 outfits. So they're actually putting a lot of effort into this.
Yeah, it's like they don't understand that. The effort that they put into it is the direct correlation as to how well the Kickstarter does.
Yep.
Unless you're Todd McFarlane.
Or unless you way overprice it.
Yeah. Well, the Ghostbuster went the right route too, with the Hell Charger being $400. You didn't really get all that much with it. Even with the add-ons, like it wasn't that great.
Yeah, it wasn't great. The whole way around, it wasn't great. And they're like, oh, it's so good.
And they just made a generic car. With the Ecto, because Ecto is very important, they actually went to Cadillac and got a license for Cadillac. It's got the Cadillac emblem right there on the front of the car. And then when they do the little video, it's like the first thing you see is the Cadillac emblem.
If they would have made that, they could have charged $550 for that Engines of Vengeance if they'd have gave it Danny Ketch and Ghost Rider motorcycle.
That would have, if they said the tiers were Danny Ketch and the other riders,
Vengeance.
That would have funded.
Yep, they would have other people that, half the people who ever read those comics don't even know who they are.
Yeah, the majority of people don't know there's a difference between Danny Ketch and Johnny Blaze. Like, John, Johnny Blaze is Ghost Rider. I read Ghost Rider in the 90s. Then you read Danny Ketch books.
If the first tier would have been Danny Ketch, the second tier would have been Vengeance, and the final tier would have been like some wacky villain or whatever, man, that thing would have funded.
Or they could have had like the last tier be Carter Slade or something like that. Or just say Carter Slade, just do Caretaker, like for anybody. Mephisto, like we're classic Mephisto, not modern Mephisto.
But they've got like Wolverine, and why would they even put Madeline Pryor in there, man?
Madeline Pryor, what was the other one? Hellblazer.
Yeah.
Not Hellblazer, Hellstorm.
Yeah, Damien Hellstorm.
Yeah.
Demonic figures that have nothing to do with Ghost Rider.
Oh, well, that version of Ghost Rider especially.
They could have put Avenger people in there and had more to do with Robbie Reyes.
Yeah.
They're like, there just wasn't enough interest in it. Hey, whatever helps you sleep at night.
It was overpriced, and you got nothing with it.
Y'all screwed the pooch. Y'all had a character with a lot of background, and y'all just decided to just do whatever, just off the rails.
Yeah, it really pissed a lot of people off, too, the fact that you were making this be like the 50th anniversary Ghost Rider thing, and it's a brand new character. It's like, you want to make this a Ghost Rider celebration and have all the Ghost Riders in it.
Yeah. Have the Ghost Riders in it. Jesus.
It's not that hard to figure out.
At least have more than one.
Yeah.
I mean, if they would have put Lilith
Yes.
in there, that would have made sense.
Yep. Mother of monsters. Mother of demons.
They could have put the Death Watch, the 3 vampires?
Yeah. With the Strange Tales wave they just did. There's so many characters they could. They did Lilith. Why didn't they do Blackout? Blackout would have made much more sense than Vampire Storm or another Moon Knight. Blackout was a staple villain for Danny Ketch when they first started.
You know, I'm a pretty big fan of Moon Knight, but I didn't even buy that.
Yeah, I only got it because I needed to build Blackheart.
Well, unless you want him for something, I'll buy him off of you.
I don't have any use for them.
I have a place I can put him. I got several Moon Knights. I was hoping for a different costume. I mean, a different.
The only thing, they did use Pinless Body. That's the only really upgrade it got. When they got the gold armor, it's the same one we got before, just got, but with the Pinless Body and the gold armor bits.
The more I think about it, the more it hurts my feelings.
The Hill Trader?
Yeah, that's what I keep saying about Todd, right? Could have been good. Could have been great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's with the Rancor. If they had waited like a week, Rancor 2, and then made the stuff for the Mandalorian, that Rancor, to like attach to the Rancor that they had. I bet that would have won it then.
They could have had like the harness and like where Boba Fett could ride it.
Mm-hmm.
They just had that that victim, the dancer that was put down in the pit.
Mm-hmm. That would have worked too.
Instead of putting like rocks.
What, you didn't want rocks and cardboard?
It's whack. Or the lightsaber that failed. Why did that fail? Oh god.
Because nobody knew who Reba was. So it's like they have a contract with Disney to keep making stuff they know will never sell. They keep basically, it's probably where they're forced to do this, all that Star Wars stuff, to keep the Marvel's brand, Marvel license.
That's gotta be frustrating.
It's got to the point now. It's like, is it worth it? How much you lose on Star Wars right now? Because nobody's buying the Acolyte stuff. Now you got that new terrible series coming out. Going to be the kids one.
Oh, Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew, yeah. The only thing that kind of like cool out of the whole reveals, there's a Wolfman guy. You could just use him for like a generic character.
Is it Wolfman? So I watched the panel for Marvel Legends, and they had nothing.
The only thing they showed was the Sentinel. Seriously?
I mean, all right, but I am not excited about that.
It's like, it's half the price of the original HasLab, which is nice. It's it's still pretty good size at 22.8 or 22.5, whatever it is.
And I mean, it fits. It looks right.
Yeah, it's very classic.
Figure.
It's a very classic Sentinel, but I'm happy with my Universe ones. I got the X-Men beating the crap out of. Which I thought the HasLab was too big. And too expensive. I didn't see the point of paying $350 plus shipping and tax for something I thought was too big and overpriced. Because at the time when that came out, you could buy Titan class Transformers, which are 2 foot tall, for about $100.
Speaking of Transformers, did you get that the plastic missing link?
Yes, I did.
The G1 Optimus Prime?
Yep, I opened it up Friday on the stream. It's teeny tiny.
That's what I like about it.
It disappears in the palm of my hand.
Did you get it Big Bad or
Amazon?
Amazon.
I was originally thinking about the worst part. I don't mind it being small. What I don't like the fact it's $25 and it's that small.
Yeah, it doesn't really have any accessories.
It's got 2 guns and an axe and a matrix.
2 guns and an axe.
So they could have easily made that a Voyager and made more sense. And made it the same size as the other primes.
Yeah, but it's also Optimus, so I mean, it's not like it's not going to sell.
Oh, yeah.
People are going to buy it outright. I mean, just no ifs, ands, or buts.
Darcy, speaking of Hasbro, do you folks think the Sentinel and the price on the price for it I think it's priced about right. It's $175. It's around the size of a Titan class transformer, and right now Titans run $200. It's a lot less engineering in that transformer, of course, but Giant Man was a little bit taller. It was $200, so it's right there in the price range. It fits the part. It looks like a classic Sentinel. It works for 97 and a classic comic style Sentinel. So it could be either or.
It does. It looks right, and when they're standing at its feet, it looks to be about the right size and all that stuff. It looks right.
Yeah. So.
I mean, they're doing a lot of stuff, right, like correct with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm just not an X-Men guy,
Yeah, I'm not a huge X-Men fan either. So
I did watch the cartoon and I did think it was good, but
same.
But I'm not like getting excited for any of the toys or anything. Unlike Cannon.
Huh?
He's bought every one that's ever come out.
I can't even afford to buy anything. What are you talking about?
He pre-ordered 3 of those Sentinels. He's gonna build them things. He's gonna have a diorama from Hale.
I didn't even buy groceries this week.
Neither did I. I haven't bought groceries in almost a month.
Oh, I bought groceries yesterday.
We made the list just now downstairs. I think she said tomorrow. I'm just excited to go to the grocery store, She's got an eye doctor appointment on Tuesday. I wanted her to go with me to mine at the same time so that I could supervise the type of glasses she gets, because she likes to do the cheapest possible. I think your glasses are pretty important. They should probably not be the cheapest. Is that a spider? Oh, he is tiny. That's what I said.
This last couple weeks was what kind of food have I got in my pantry? Kind of couple weeks.
Y'all ever watch the Kill Tony? Like the stand-up comedy stuff?
Mm-hmm.
When Don said, "Is that a spider?" That reminded me, like they have like a lot of comedians with like special needs and like a situation in their lot. Give them a break. This girl, she's autistic, and she's sitting there talking about like I was like, "What do you do this time of year?" Like, you're helping. I usually make like 31 costumes a year, and then she starts talking. She said, "Is that Tony Hawk?" And Tony Hawk's been sitting there the entire time with him. Like, she's like, "You are autistic."
I wouldn't recognize Tony Hawk if I were sitting in a room with him.
He has an entire Twitter account based around people not recognizing him.
He could be like riding a skateboard and stuff right in front of me. I'd be like, I don't know who that guy is.
Why is this dude riding a skateboard around? He's like a grown man.
Todd McFarlane impersonator. What's going on here?
Man, what did Tony Hawk do to you?
Don't they kind of look similar?
No.
I
No.
think they do.
Man, they all look alike. 2 eyes, nose, and mouth. Shit.
I think they look similar.
No.
All them
I
damn
think they do.
Canadians.
No.
So I think I'm backtracking on cleaning this thing to paint it because my hands are oily. I need to go wash them real quick.
I don't know.
You don't?
They look like old white guys to me.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what.
They could be brothers. Look at them.
No.
Look at there's some similarities in the eyebrow ridge right there. They're both slender.
Are you body shaming?
Yep, they're the same dude. Pretty sure.
You heard it here first, guys. There's only one. There is no Todd McFarlane or Tony Hawk. It's just one person. They pretend to be both.
Yeah. For sure.
You being ageist, being body shaming. They're old, skinny.
All these old white guys look the same.
My dog has slept the rug off the top of his pillow. Give me some sanding paper, please. Please, thank you. And you gotta have sandpaper for prep work.
Alpha Proto asks Cannon, have you thought about sculpting the scroll Ant-Man head? I heard the Ant-Man figure is getting shipped soon. Some people are going to want the tier that it can get.
The scroll Ant-Man head.
Like the replaceable faceplate, I think is what it is.
What?
I don't know.
What are we referencing?
Ant-Man, the HasLab. They didn't make all the tiers on Ant-Man.
Oh, okay. I got it. I understand now. Yeah, Cannon, you gotta make that. Why not? What do you mean you're too busy?
I think he's.
Oh, you don't have to print it out or anything. You just gotta make it. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. That's a lot of... To match that texture would be a real pain in the butt.
He doesn't have any hair.
Yeah, but look at all those holes that are all precisely put in there.
Well, won't you be using a computer program?
sit here and look at it and imagine what I'm thinking about, and then it just pulls it right out of my brain and makes it happen.
How impressive was that Adobe display demo? That you can just take a 2D thing in Illustrator and turn it. I was like, you know how many times I've been asked to do stuff like that? It's like, no, that has to be completely redone. I can't just turn it. This is flat. This is 2D. I can't just turn it.
So, did I send you that thing, Kenan, about how they're going to make the stuff for Nocturnal?
Yeah, it looks cool.
His car and his little chamber and stuff.
I didn't see the chamber thing. I just saw the car.
Yeah, I didn't have a pure link to it, but it's like in this little. They haven't put it up, I suppose.
I didn't get no message about it.
But they had it mocked up. Him standing and climbing out of the chamber and everything. I thought, man, that's exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, I like the diorama stuff.
I forgot to draw a marker on this.
Is Tony Hawk Canadian too?
I thought he was. His head don't flip to the side, so I'm not sure.
And don't have the.
No, he's Californian. That's like being a foreigner.
Next best thing.
To being a foreigner.
Yeah. It's like being a Texan.
I don't know. If we start calling Californians and Canadians the same thing, somebody's going to get insulted. I'm not sure who. Probably both. Probably everybody.
This day and age, everybody.
Somebody's going to get offended when you say the sky is blue.
It's too easy to offend people nowadays. They also fail to understand that if you're offended, that's on you, not the person talking.
Blue's a fairly new concept.
How dare you? You have stolen my childhood.
I mean, to be fair, the sky isn't blue. It just looks that way.
I know. It's the way the color wavelength that's filtered through there.
Yeah, well, the color concept of blue is only about 1,300 years old, so.
Only?
Well,
they didn't have a name for it until they were able to make a pigment for it.
No, purple doesn't even exist.
Exists in our minds. Like everything else.
Well, you only have, 3 different kinds of cones in your eyes?
Mm-hmm.
For detecting color?
Your brain is just like...
They're like green?
Purple.
Yeah. It's not green. It's not red. It's not blue. Must be something else.
No.
So how do we know we're all seeing the same color? I mean, it's purple. It's identified as purple, and it's always comes up as being purple. But how do we all know that we're all looking at the same color?
We don't.
I get a kick out. It popped up a few times. I never watched the show. It was like that New Girl sitcom a few years back, or 10 years back, where it was. One of the characters got revealed to be colorblind, the black roommate. And he's like, arguing about the color of his shoes. He said his shoes are green. He thought they were brown because he's colorblind. And one of the roommates was like, Winston, if you think these shoes are brown, what color do you think you are?
They said almost every person that was deaf and regained their hearing were always surprised that the sun didn't make noise.
Were they surprised when they find out farts do?
Oh, it absolutely makes noise, but sound doesn't.
Space.
There's no air and space to make the sound, let the sound travel. So
right.
it'd take 13 years. If the sun ran out, it would take 13 years for the noise to stop. 8 minutes for the light to stop. It's crazy. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Cannon loves it too. He didn't say anything, but I know he does.
Oh, sorry. I was
Thinking about something else.
having straight thoughts, and I was thinking, and if your head gets chopped off, it'd be 8 seconds for you to be able to think about that.
You're writing your blog about how, tell the truth, you're writing your blog about how Tony Hawk and McFarlane are the same person.
And they're both lizard people. I got to get a new piece of tinfoil for my hat. A second.
So maybe living in ignorance was better than putting the black line on this thing.
Man, these testers bottles are hard to get back open.
Testers balls? What?
These
Jars. What'd you say?
These
Tester
testers
balls.
bottles.
Tester balls.
These test balls are hard to get open.
Tester balls.
Tester
You got a
balls.
pair of pliers right there, man.
I was trying.
You know, that's one of the things I never liked about the tester cans is that I had to have a pair of pliers on hand to get them open every time.
That's when I blow dry it.
It's not like you can use a pair of pliers on the bottom half of it. You'd be cleaning this shit up for an hour.
I've had one stuck one time where I was taking a pair of pliers, open it up, and just broke the bottle in two.
Yeah, I've done that before. With glass paint bottles.
Yep.
Alright. I think that's about all my butt can take for the evening. I will finish patching this guy up. He wasn't exactly symmetrical, so I decided to make him exactly symmetrical. It'll just take a while to finish patching him, but I'll patch him back together this week.
Did you ever remember who you were doing that for?
Some Ben guy.
Ben. Like the YouTuber?
No.
I didn't hear a word anything's going on.
I forgot who I was making this for.
Because of Ben.
Because of Ben, yeah.
Yeah. He's got a different screen name on the Discord. He's the one making the Mongol on the Discord.
So what did Sector send me? Somebody does.
Ask Sector.
I did. You know what he said?
You'll figure it out.
Yep. He said, you figure it out when it gets there. I said, just tell me who sent it. Who'd you send it for? The only reason I know is because I just mailed him a package and his address is whack. And I saw that address pop up saying I had a package incoming from it. So I was like, what'd you send me? And he's like, nothing. Don't you be funning me, boy. Should be working on the other thing instead of this. I thought this would be fast, cheap, and easy. Just how I like it. Speaking of tester jars, so what are the odds that I can open this with just my hands? What odds y'all gonna give me?
Have you had it open before?
Yes.
I give you a 80% chance.
80% chance I can open it?
Yeah.
I give you a 20% chance you can open it.
Oh, there we go. One yes and one no.
I just got to take a blow dryer and a pair of pliers to open this one.
Yeah, but
Oh,
then
I did it. Look.
Oh, it's the smaller bottles. Those are not as bad.
see, you little faith.
And
He was implying that you was weak.
he was. He's like this weak ass bitch.
Man. Rude.
Like, ah,
I
all
have
right.
faith in you.
I just went through with a similar ordeal with the Model Masters, and it didn't open.
Yeah, your bottle didn't have any chill.
Of course, it's been like several months since I opened it. So,
All right, I gotta get off of here. I gotta go walk around for a bit.
all right.
Don't forget to ice your butt.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go do.
No more than 15 minutes.
Yeah. All right. That's saved, and that's exited. Y'all have a good rest of your evening.
Have a good night.
I'll try.
Good night.
Have fun writing in your blog about how Tony and Stark and Todd are the same person.
Tony Stark and Todd, who?
Yeah, Todd who?
Is that kind of like Dan Who?
Yeah, McFarlane and Dan Who are the same guy.
Dan Who? Ain't he a Motor guy?
Isn't he a wrestler?
Toy reviewer.
I think
from
both
UK.
of them are true.
Toy reviewer from the UK.
Oh no, I was thinking Dan Housen.
There's
Dan Housing is a wrestler.
Dan Housing is Dan who?
Dan Who? No. I mean, I don't think so. Their body shape's not the same.
Oh, I hadn't looked at their body, so
Well, I was a cop for a number of years, and I tend to pay attention to stuff like that.
Look, he looks exactly like Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
Got the turtleneck and everything.
Wow.
Buy my toy. Yes.
Yeah,
Much evil.
that's also the same guy is also Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Steve Jobs didn't die. He just became.
He just
Tim
he ran out of time for that personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one got compromised, so he became Danhausen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll sign off on that. Sure, why not? I ran out of paint. I gotta shake the paint up again.
Well, get feeling better. Get feeling better, Ken.
Yeah, well, I mean, tailbone injuries of this type take like 2 to 4 months to heal, they say. So
My arm is still healing.
I guess I'll be all right by next year. All right,
Yeah.
good night.
Have a good night.
When that great wolf comes in, that's when it'll be healed.
Mm-hmm.
Him and I are still waiting on our wolves.
Same. I ordered one too.
Who'd you go through?
Big Bad.
Oh, so we're all in the same boat.
I heard that Big Bad got them in.
Yeah, they
There's a
did.
quality control issue, and they sent them back.
Yeah, they did. That's exactly what happened.
I think you probably told me that.
Yeah, I got an email from them saying that's what happened.
I just didn't read the email.
And I tend to read their emails because, it involves money.
Name of Hell's in the house. Says hi, everyone.
Yo, yo, yo. It's, how close? It's not terrible. So you got any big plans for the week?
Go to work.
Going to the grocery store. That's exciting.
I gotta take my dog Roxy to the vet Wednesday. She's got to get a punch biopsy done.
Right, yeah, you'd mentioned that.
Do what?
I said, right. You had mentioned that.
Yep.
Full biopsy. So that it can come back negative and, you can breathe a sigh of relief.
Yep. So that's what I'm hoping. I'll be right back.
Ooh, keys to the kingdom. Hey guys, what do y'all want to talk about? Sex ed? Now that he's gone. We can talk about the skeletons. How cool they are. How I'm excited for June when I get my 4-pack of slightly grayer skeletons. Or in 6 to 8 weeks when I get my Doc Nocturnal. That's going to be great. Look forward to that. And so I have this Great Wolf on pre-order, and I have a bunch of stuff in my pile of loot, and I'm waiting on that Great Wolf to come in. So when that Great Wolf comes in, I can shippy ship. people are getting anxious about that new Mystic Legions wave. And while I have almost every single one of them on pre-order, my poor white shelf that I have for the year is full, and I can maybe put 5 more figures on it, is my estimation. So if I get that entire wave, I'm going to be completely out of room. They're still saying it's coming this year. But man, I don't know where I'm going to put them if they do come in.
Yeah, Alpha Proto, like, talking about like the W Max preview, like the King Draw, these digital puppets, and all the people who've cheered are just happy they don't have to deal with artists as much.
What? Did I miss something?
Yeah, that's the we were mentioning about like the Adobe Max like preview stuff. Did Storm Collectibles say when they're releasing the Cobra figure? I haven't seen any announcements on them. I haven't been following it too well though. Not getting those skeletons until next year. Mythic Legion pre-orders take forever. Yeah, I pre-ordered that Grim Reaper February 2023, and I don't have it.
I pre-ordered the entire wave.
Yeah.
But if I did get them all in, I got nowhere to put them. My white shelf is full.
I got Solarian's fancy boots done.
Now I know I had napkins pre-cut and ready to go. Where are my Napa cans?
Yes.
Come on now.
Belt. Fixed
Don't
up.
be like this. Come on now.
And
Where'd they
there's
go? Where was the one I just put alcohol on? Oh, it's all falling apart. Now I know because it was one of my fancy ones from work. Maybe I need to get a top-down view. I can see it. I thought they were right here underneath these cotton balls, but they're not. They don't appear to be on my shelf. Or this shelf. Or this shelf. Or, ooh, are they in my skull? Come on, you know you want to do it. Come on. Come on, baby. Don't do it to me like that. They're not. In fact, yeah. What did I do with them? Oh, can y'all say anything except for this glue right here? Good job, me.
Yes. I don't know. I'm painting eyes, so I can't. I wasn't looking.
Is it out of the way? It's out of the way? Good. Hey, guys. Hey. I'm back. Like that old dinosaur movie. Ow. The That one. Sharp tooth. Well, I can't find it. So we're just gonna make more.
Oh, what is it?
I can't find my napkins. So I gotta make more. I wonder whatever happened to those napkins.
Hmm.
Come to find out, my son had been stealing my magnets. He confessed to a whole host of thefts.
It was nearly the perfect crime.
I'm like, you didn't eat any of them, did you? Me and you both gonna be in trouble with your mama if you did. You know that loose collector, Los Muertos? Los Muertos? Ain't that her name?
La Morta.
La Muerta? She's in my pile of loot, so that's exciting.
She's on the other side of my table here right now. With the other ones.
You can put her on the white shelf. I gotta Dremel out his head like a crazy lot. But it's all translucent plastic, so it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm back on the shelf with you. Oh, I guess that spider that I was talking about earlier is dead. Nope, no, he's not. Never mind, he ain't dead.
Look who's back.
He just ran from me like he was on fire. Let's see, I got. We're sewing black spandex, so we got the black stretchy thread. Also need to change out my needles to one of the expensive stretchy needles that I bought for the bathing suits. Expensive stretchy thread.
I think it makes more of these ball bearings. every time I open new paint up anymore, I drop a few of these in there. The paints that don't come with shakers.
Yeah, I have a similar problem with these metal bobbins. Every time I get some new thread, I have to make a bobbin to match it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I run out of these little metal things. I only got one left. I just bought a pack. But it's not a one-size-fits-all machine. Only certain size bobbins will go in there. And they also need to be metal so that they're heavier and they don't just jump around in there. So I know how you feel. Get in the... No. Get in the thing. No, you suck of shit. Thank you. God, such a pain in the butt. Oh. My skeleton head fell. Or maybe it wasn't an accident.
The spider was enacting revenge.
He was
Dun, dun, dun.
by my wife. She doesn't like skeletons that much. I told her, I was like, don't you understand? You carry one around with you everywhere you go.
Yeah.
She told me to shut up. She's so mean to me. Oh, yeah. I gotta change out the needle. Hold on. You know, I still haven't made the Darth Maul clothing either. Good news is it's for me.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no rush on that. I feel like maybe my cart is getting way in front of my horse here. Because I don't even have the pattern laid out for that thing yet.
It's not even a brush.
Oh, that ain't no good.
The Red Widow Legends figure is on the Shriek body. Yep. And it's a great figure to use to upgrade your Lady Deadpool.
What's this? Come on. Oh, that's a little mess. I might need a little help. Come here, Mr. Helper. Don't take this as an example for how hard it is to change a needle on a sewing machine, because it's not normally this hard. These needles are special. AKA not designed for this machine. So. They require a little extra doing to make them work. The stuff that I sew is so small that I usually just use the 1710 needle without concern for it being for stretch material.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my auto threader is not going through the needle. Yeah, I need a butt. So it's sitting too high? Excuse me, pardon me. It's really almost not worth it. Come on. Come on now. wonder why this thing ain't catching. I did finish up Better Call Saul. I watched the last episode Saturday.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Man, it's such a good show.
What do you think about the ending?
It's weird how he wins, loses, and gets what he wants the whole way.
Yeah. Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul. He kind of takes responsibility for the whole thing, and he gets kind of rewarded for it. Even when he goes to jail, he's respected by the other prisoners.
Yeah. He talked him into the best deal ever. And then just for his ex-wife, he decides to throw it all away. That was masterful, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "You really gotta convince the jury of that," and he's like, "One. What? One? I only need one." Like, God damn. Get him, boy. I quit futzing with this needle and start working on the pattern. Dang it. I'm just gonna throw it away. Oh, thank you. See, that's how easy it's supposed to be, guys. Uh-oh. Still not eating my thread. Maybe my auto threader broke. That's not cool. And it's that easy.
I gotta think for this.
Two hours later.
That was painful. All right, let's start getting some work done. So I am worried that they're gonna ship that entire wave of Mythic Legions to me, and I'm not gonna have anywhere to put them. Oh. Oh, yeah, I know. Damn. Dang. My back. I think that's going to be too small. I have to make that a bit bigger. Let's get this cut out real fast. Paint eyeballs, huh?
Yep.
Sounds easy enough.
The hard part is there's two of them.
And they need to be relatively the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bought a bunch of shirts that are real artsy, so that everybody in my family would have one. And they're not identical, you know. They're just all done in the same art style.
Yeah.
So when you see them, you're like, oh yeah, they're the same. but they're not identical. You know? I even bought my wife one. She don't know about it just yet. Wait till it comes in and give her a surprise. Like Dokes tell Dexter.
Surprise!
All rise. French fries.
That is a funny meme. Poor old Oaks takes the fall for all of Dexter's early kills.
Yeah, did you watch the New Blood, the continuation?
I watched the first episode, and that's about it.
I really like old Dexter. I'm gonna get around to that one day. I started watching Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Yeah. It's getting way out in the weeds, man. It was believable, and then it's keep going, and it's getting less and less plausible.
Yeah.
I'm getting less and less able to suspend the disbelief that this would be this way. You know that it would happen like this?
Yep. Oh yeah. When a show starts out to try to be like grounded, kind of real, then it jumps the shark, and it's kind of like, yeah.
It still has good set pieces, you know, like moments that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, oh man, that's good, but I don't know, every episode is just like, tell that guy to F off. Jesus. Why are you even entertaining any of this? He committed a slightly illegal thing, and now he is so deep. It has gone so far that if it ever does come out, he's in capital T trouble. Like no recovery. There's no way he could explain it away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, initially he'd be like, well, you know, this and this, and he could probably skin of his teeth, you know. Not no more. Way too far gone. Like, I don't even have sympathy for him anymore. Which, you know, sympathy's hard for me, but I don't. Like, it's too much. Too much. I haven't made up my mind whether I'm going to stop watching it yet or not. I did just finish, you know, Saul, so. I kind of don't have a show anymore. But then I'm not sure I would want this one to be the show. Do you currently have a show that you're watching?
No. No, I got Bleach. I've been watching 1,000 Year Blood War. It's anime.
I mean, that works. It's a show.
I watched season 1 and 2. Animes work better when you can binge them because the episodes are so short. Feels like you get more out of the story if you can watch it all at the same time.
I watched
season 3 is just now hitting, and it's had to wait a week for each episode, and it's the subtitles too. Which I don't mind subtitles.
I watched Hathaway today.
But what now?
Hathaway? The Gundam movie on Netflix?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds good, but I did not actually enjoy it. I was really, really bored. I was considering watching the first.
That's with like the that Twilight of the Gods thing. It's Snyder on Netflix. I watched the first episode. I was bored, and it's like, y'all really don't know anything about Norse gods. And then when they cut to the second episode, there's a lot of nudity in it and people screwing in a cartoon.
Yeah.
The second episode starts with this dude. He's giving it to this girl. Then it pans out, and there's another dude giving it to him in the ass. I was like, I'm done. This is just stupid and excuse to have people screwing all the time.
Well, they were a family, man. They had, stay together.
Sector asking if I got my Horde Trooper in. Mine didn't come in yet.
Are we talking about the Walmart one?
No, the Masterverse one. The one that went up last week. A lot of people got theirs quick. They shipped mine slow.
I didn't partake. I did order that one with Venom on Walmart.
Yeah. I did get something from Walmart today. That when I ordered that Venom and Horde Trooper, I ordered the classified set, and it was delivered today on a Sunday.
Horde Trooper. How long until that comes in?
It's in December now.
I wonder what's taking so long.
I don't know.
Venom came in quick, fast, in a hurry. I wasn't expecting it.
I ordered those Quicksilvers last week. I ordered them Thursday and got them Friday.
It's weird how that some things can just be so fast, and then things you think are gonna be fast take their time. I'm glad I didn't watch that with my son.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely don't want to watch that with kids. It's a lot of gore and porn. And written by people who don't know anything about Norse mythology. Thor's a bad guy. This murders a bunch of people. This murders a bunch of people for no
God of
reason.
War too.
Do what?
He's a bad guy in God of War too.
Yeah. All the gods are bad guys in God of War.
That's fair.
That's the whole shtick of the God of War.
Give me a reason to kill you. Thanks. Hemdall is quite the asshole in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't just let it go either, could he?
Nope.
Couldn't shut up.
I just watched some clips of it. I've never played the game.
No, I seriously liked that game. I thought it was really good, both of them.
Boy.
But I don't. It's like, man, shut up. Just shut up. You'll be fine. Just shut up. It's over. He beat you. It's done. He just couldn't shut up. It's like he couldn't live with the defeat, right? He had to. The untouchable God got touched. So he's like, this is over. Pretty crazy. You can't let it go.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot in that game that's really good. I think they're making another one, but it's going to be revolving around Loki, Atreus.
You want to watch Vox Machina? Ningfield's asking. I do. It's pretty good, but I'd like a better thing. I don't care about the swearing, but it feels forced in that show. I think they cuss too much just because they can swear. You know what I mean? They don't flow naturally. It's just like they're trying to force it to cuss words out. But yeah, I've been watching it. I like it.
They do it for just to do it.
Yep. It don't feel right too in the setting too. It's like like a fantasy world. Like a D&D setting.
Right. I have to come back and do this with the chalk. I don't even know why I don't do it with the chalk to start with. My daughter has to vote this year.
First year.
Yep, first year. She's like, I don't wanna. They're all idiots. I'm like, yep. Welcome. Welcome to the party, pal. Everybody sucks, and it doesn't matter who you vote for. It's bad. Bad.
What I'm doing right now is
that corporate America wants to be president. It's bad. Vote for someone that's not on the ticket. Never get elected. It's bad. It's no good. Two-party system.
the paint didn't go on super smooth. It's still not dry, but I'm actually taking my finger and just kind of rubbing it to smooth it out. It's I can do that, but if I try to grab it, I won't leave fingerprints. But I can actually just try to push it around, smooth it out, work it well where it needs to be. Metallics really need it to be airbrushed, but there's not really a way to do the crest the way it's at. Moving airbrush.
I don't like that wrinkle right there.
Trying to decide if I'm happy with the eyes. They're close. One kind of looks like she's kind of squinting just a tad bit. Do I want to say that's intentional? She's kind of like irked. Or do I want to try to fix that? It's one of those things where it's like chasing with another that will make it worse. Yeah, I think I'll leave it alone. I will have to do a little bit of touch up on the tiara piece or forehead armor piece, whatever you want to call that thing. After it dries really good. A little buff, a lot sand after it's hardened. Go with a little more silver. There she is. Camera's blowing out the color. It looks pretty good.
Sorry, the boy came in and talked to me.
Mm-hmm.
Said he was making sentient numbers. I think he means ciphers. Trying to make a coded message with using numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you never can tell with that boy. He may, in fact, mean sentient numbers. Did I tell you I was going to Legion's Con on November?
You did.
Was there anything that you wanted there?
I can't think of anything right off.
I have a couple of things that I want to get. We'll see if I actually get any of them. If I find the thing that I really, really want, there'll be some excitement delivered.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
Skeletons. Big skeletons. Hooray.
Fox Kansas. Hey, I did get that stuff shipped.
I was thinking pretty good in messages. I can't remember what he had said, but he's talking about shipping. Talking about, it's like, you don't want to just ship just that one little thing, do you? It's just one little glaive. It's got to be bigger than that.
Figures
It's
out.
not worth your effort to go down there.
Figures out to in the chat says, "What's up, fam?"
I don't have friends. I got family.
Good morning.
See my favorite Cape Crusader doing this thing tonight.
I was thinking about buying a Batman from the Batterson Batman. Because I like the movie. I don't know. I didn't like really any of them that were available. And the only one I was like feeling like, well, maybe this one will work. It's like well over $100.
I was going to say that the new SH figure art ones they just showed looks really good, but it's going to be expensive.
The Toddy Mac ones look terrible.
What?
They look really bad.
The Master of Batman?
They don't fit in with my collection. I'll say it like that.
He's got the workaround now. He can do guns with his figures if he just has to list those figures as 17 plus. For the DC stuff. Which still it's incredibly ridiculous that WB's got that insane rule about not having firearms with action figures.
Yeah, like we're children.
Yeah. It's break to most people buying this stuff is not kids.
I don't know. You think that's trash? That I might be able to use that.
Yeah, for a few years now, WB's had like a rule where you can no longer have firearms with your action figures. They were even doing it to like the high-end collectible stuff like Mazco and SH Figure Arts and Mayfix.
It all told everybody was involved in it. Nobody was allowed to. They all had trigger finger hands, but no guns.
Yeah,
which is not terribly uncommon, unfortunately.
Todd was doing a workaround where he would do like these weapon packs that were like they'd labeled for Spawn toys, but they were firearms and stuff for the DC characters. Problem is though, his shipping prices are insane. It's like on his website. I was like, I'm not paying that.
And you got to buy the toy full price.
Yep.
And then turn around and buy the weapons pack.
And the shipping costs as much as this toy. Like $20 shipping to ship a little weapons pack. Like, nope. I pass.
What do we got?
Which I don't like the majority of his stuff, so I'm good. The only thing I was wanting, I did get the Frankenstein, and I would have liked to have his gun, but I wasn't paying a crazy price to get it shipped. The rest of those weapons have been useless to me, especially after buying Frankenstein on clearance. Like you can do with most of his figures.
My Frankenstein's better anyway.
I wouldn't doubt that a bit. I only know which one you're talking about. Oh, you were talking about the Legions?
Yeah, the creature. Super good. He's really good. I just like the way it looks. Hilarious. I don't like tracing patterns out with chalk.
Mm-hmm.
Too much room for error.
So Todd revealed a bunch of stuff at New York Comic Con, which I'd say he did reveal a lot of stuff and made the Hasbro team kind of look pathetic with Marvel Legends. Got one Sentinel reveal. Todd revealed like waves of stuff.
Yeah, but I didn't even watch his shit though.
Yeah. He is doing a Power Girl. Luckily, it's not that it doesn't have that horrible cell shading. He's got one wave coming out, and it's all horrible cell shading. And it's like the dark side that people want it too. It's going to be the Build-A-Figure, the one without the cape and the medallion on his chest.
Yeah.
And it's got horrible cell shading on it. That's Todd.
Can't be surprised. Todd's got to be Todd.
You got Todd stuff up. Yeah. Figures out says like need somebody to cast some of what we had before. Always want to ask background music playing in the background. Is it part of the streaming software? Yes, this is what they call night driving. I don't know where they named it at, but yeah, this is one of the built in the StreamYard. Just quiet, relaxing elevator style music. Years ago, he got taken down because the guy did it illegally. Somebody had uploaded all the music from StreamYard onto YouTube, then try to start copyright claiming everybody that was playing the music.
I don't know what Hasbro is doing. I don't know if they're waiting, like because they have a PulseCon coming.
Oh yeah. They did some. The G.I. Joe team actually showed some good stuff. But a lot of stuff. But the Marvel team, all they showed was the Sentinel.
I'll tell you one thing they haven't fucking shown is the Heroes Reborn Iron Man.
Yep. Hopefully it's part of that leaked list that we're talking about. There's an unknown Iron Man in that leaked list that came out a while back. I think Mandarin was on the list. I think we're going to get the green skin at Mandarin.
We can hope.
I think it's ridiculous they have not made Iron Man's main villain. Hasbro has not.
But it being our luck, it'll just be the suited body one.
I'm hoping that will go by with the look that was on those retro card figures back in the day.
Maybe they're gonna do something big. They still got like this one thing planned or two things planned. Because don't they have the MCM as well
You got the
in London or something?
well, you got that Brave New World thing or whatever it is. Captain America 4.
Oh no, like shows. They have a the PulseCon coming up, and they also have a the MCM. I think it's out. It's in a different country.
J. Ray Hubbard to Mythic Legions may not have the latest articulation, but they are second to none when it comes to paint and sculpt. They are gorgeous figures. Keenan agrees. Those Sentinels seem cool, but feel like they could have been cheaper. Yeah, I think they've been better if they're like 150 range. I think people would buy it a little better. Sector 213, Mesco 112, Samurai Jack looks cool. Yes, it does.
That was probably the star of the show, if I'm honest.
Yep.
Biggest surprise. I didn't ever think it would look that good.
Yeah. Samurai Jack was such a great show. Thinking Canadians. Big surprise, Tony Hawk would make a bad toys. McFarlane. Tony, let's call him Todd Hawk or Tony McFarlane. Like Tony McFarlane.
Maybe.
I'll let that dry and I'll do the flip side later.
Yeah. Poor Cannon. Todd deserves it.
Alrighty, I think that's what I'm going to call it a night.
On Todd deserves it?
Yes.
What he done?
What better way to end the night? Everybody in the chat, thank you again for hanging out with us. Mr. Cannon, in the chat. Glad you could join us tonight. Hope you get feeling better. Mr. Commandant.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll catch y'all next time.
Have a good night.